Well, let's give you a little bit of an update on where we're at and where we're headed to. So stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, we want to just bring you a little bit of an update today on what's been going on. We know we've not been putting out a lot of videos, and, well, there's been quite a lot going on. If you followed the few videos that I did, you know what's been, what that has been. But let's talk about health first. On the good news, I have been cleared to do very light e-biking, not regular bicycling, but e-biking. If I keep it relatively short. So there's some real good news right there. The downside on the health issues, I am still on the antibiotics, still on the steroids. We've got to look into how long after these steroids are done or after the antibiotics are done, that I'm losing the ability for tendons to just rupture out of nowhere, because we cannot start any training until we get that to a reasonable time, and it goes on beyond when you've just taken the antibiotics. So we have to find out how long I'm going to be on them and how long afterwards before I can start training. Bad news is we had that race lined up the last weekend in May. I think it was June the 1st was the Sunday. We were going to race Friday and possibly Saturday. That race has been canceled. For me, it has been canceled. But we did find 3 other opportunities. There is one in September, I believe it is, in West Virginia. That is what I'm initially planning on. Depending on how long this goes on, there is another 2 of them in October. One towards the beginning of October and one towards the end of October. One is in Ohio and one is in Indiana. And so we'll be traveling to either West Virginia, Ohio, or Indiana to catch up on them races. So you're going to want to make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow that a little bit. I do want to have 3 months minimum training before I get into that. What else has been going on? Well, because we have been cleared to do some light e-biking, I went through all of my bikes and I did some tuning up on all of them. On the Yamaha, I got the brakes set the way I wanted them to, changed some pedals, put some better fenders on them, and I have it pretty much off-road ready. I've been working a little bit on the suspension. However, I cannot be riding it, so the suspension is not completely dialed, but it is pretty good. On the Trek bike, I've done a tune-up on it, repacked the grease in the motor and tuned everything up on that. I'm actually thinking I'm going to be riding that bike a little bit more often. I'm going to do some Greenway rides. I'll take that bike just because I can throw it on my car so easy. You just, boom, throw it on there. It's on there. You run down there. It's solid. It doesn't move. And you run to where you're going, pop it off, take off. You come back, throw it on there in about 30 seconds, and you're on the road. So we took care of that. The Bike Tricks bike, I probably should have done this when I first bought that bike. I went through and completely tuned it up. We had to fix the star nut on there with a fork and everything. It was only partially on there. We went through and tuned the derailleur. It's for a hub drive bike, the derailleur works okay. I wouldn't want that same derailleur on a mid-drive bike, but we did have to go ahead and tune it. We spent some time and tuned that up real good. Everything is working very well on that now. We had to do a little bit of work on the brakes and basically just overhaul the bike to take care of quality control on it. But it's been taken care of, and so we're good to go on all 3 of the bikes. And of course, I went through Michelle's bike as well, and so it's ready to go as well. We are planning a trip. Again, you're going to want to hit that subscribe for this. I think this is going to be a really great trip that we're going to be planning. A place that we've never been before, and I think it's going to be a good one. So you're going to want to stick around. Make sure you hit the subscribe and hit the bell notice so that you see when those videos come out. What else is going on? Well, I contacted Key Biscayne again. We're going to be bringing you some updates on this. You know, right here at the very beginning of the year with all these law changes, and I missed all of that. And you guys know I'm pretty interested in those kind of things, and we just wasn't able to do any videos. But I did contact Key Biscayne, and we're going to be giving you a few updates on them. I'll tell you, I called the police department, and the one officer that I spoke to, he said he'd give me a ticket if I was on their roads at all. And we had a few words about that, and I spoke with his sergeant, and she was actually very helpful. She said, no, that's not going to be the case, and Class 1s are going to be allowed, but not Class 2 and Class 3. And basically, we're going to be adopting what Miami-Dade County does. From what I found in Miami-Dade County, they consider them to be bicycles if they are less than 20 miles per hour. That would be Class 1 and Class 2. Sergeant told me that they were going to be Class 1 only, no throttles. But I will say she had a lieutenant right there that was coaching her. I asked her to email me these new ordinances that they have, and then she said, well, they're not completely official yet, so I can't email you them. I told her they're not online yet, and so I'd like for you to email me those. She said, well, I can't do that because they're not official yet, which tells me they absolutely know. Their lawyers have told them, look, this is not the legal way to go, but they're doing it anyway in hopes that nobody will question it, and they don't really like when somebody questions it a little bit. So there's that. I'll be doing some updates on that, and we'll be doing some updates on some other of the regulations that are coming into place. What else is going on? Well, you're just going to have to tune in and see. And yeah, that's all I can tell you is go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the like button. We do have a lot of plans that have been pushed back a little bit because of some health issues, but those are headed in the right direction. And so yeah, we're going to go on with our plans. It's just going to be that they were delayed just a little bit. That's all we're going to bring to you today. Hey, this is Southern E-Biking telling you, till the next time, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we are out.